The Maharashtra elections this month will be one of the most consequential assembly polls in the recent times, with the outcome set to impact the national political narrative as well. Come November 23, it will be either about the BJP setback in the parliamentary elections being an aberration or about the opposition going strength to strength, Haryana notwithstanding. The BJP is contesting 152 seats, while ally Shiv Sena, led by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde, has fielded 80 candidates. The Nationalist Congress Party, led by Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, has fielded 52. In the MVA, the Congress is contesting 102 seats ahead of alliance partner Shiv Sena UBT 96 and NCP SP 87 seats. The remaining seats have gone to smaller allies. So in this episode of our 5 Things series, we will discuss 5 things that will decide Maharashtra Assembly Elections 2024. Out of the 288 seats, 76 are battlegrounds for a direct BJP versus Congress face-off, with 36 in Vidarbha alone. Historically, Vidarbha has been a stronghold of BJP. In 2014, the BJP made huge gains, winning 44 out of the 62 seats, but their hold has loosened. In 2019, the BJP Vidarbha tally dropped to 29. Congress has since made inroads, particularly after Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra boosted Congress support in this region. This time, the BJP is leaning heavily on the local heavyweights like Deputy CM Devendra Fadnavis and even Union Minister Nitin Gadkari to consolidate its presence. The RSS has also mobilized in Vidarbha, where it has strong roots, aiming to reach various communities, particularly OBC and Dalit groups. On the other hand, the Congress is banking on its coalition of Dalit, Muslim and Kunbi voters, focusing on job creation, youth issues and economic upliftment as core campaign themes. For both parties, Vidarbha is a critical test. The way this region votes could not only decide who forms the state government but also influence the BJP-Congress power balance at the national level. The second big factor or story is the battle for legacy, both within the Shiv Sena and the Nationalist Congress Party. We now have two factions since the Shiv Sena split in June 2022. Eknath Shinde leads one faction allied with BJP, while Uddhav Thackeray leads the Shiv Sena UBT as part of Mahavikas Aghadi. This election will be a crucial test of who can claim Bal Thackre's legacy and sway the traditional Sena base. The two factions are in direct fight in 49 seats, many of which are in Mumbai and the surrounding Mumbai metropolitan region, the Sena's traditional stronghold. Uddhav, who have won 7 of the 13 Lok Sabha seats in the region during the last election, seeks to prove his faction as the rightful heir to the Bal Thackre's vision. Conversely, Shinde, who won 6 of those seats, is aiming to increase his faction's footprint, focusing on Konkan and Marathwada, where his faction made recent inroads. Simultaneously, another family rivalry is playing out between Sharad Pawar and his nephew Ajit Pawar. Both factions will face each other in at least 38 seats, particularly in the sugar-rich western Maharashtra. Having broken away from his uncle, Ajit needs a solid showing to cement his leadership, while Sharad is working to reclaim his stronghold. For the Sena and NCP, these elections are more than just about seats. They are about family legacy and who can truly claim the political heritage they each represent. Now we come to the wildcard factors, the rebels. No election is complete without its share of rebels, and Maharashtra has no shortage. Both Mahayuti and MVA are grappling with the challenges posed by rebel candidates who refuse to withdraw despite last-minute negotiations. We have around 50 such rebels, divided almost equally between the Mahayuti and the MVA's Congress Thackeray Sena NCP SP alliance. In Mahayuti are 26 rebels actively running as independents, including some prominent faces like former NCP MP Sameer Bhujbal, who is challenging the Shinde Sena candidate in Nandgaon. For the MBA, 18 rebels are creating internal disruptions, especially in seats like Versova, where Uddhav Shiv Sena faces one of its own rebel candidates. These rebels could be a potential spoiler, splitting votes and jeopardizing the alliance. These rebels could have significant impact in Maharashtra's close contest, where a few hundred votes can tip the scale. Now we come up to one of the most important factors, the caste dynamics. Caste dynamics are central to Maharashtra election. where Marathas, OBC, and Dalits have significant voting power. The Maratha community comprises around 32% of state's population and has been a long-standing base for Congress and NCP. Activist Manoj Jarange Patil's demand for Maratha reservation within the OBC category recently sparked tensions, with OBC communities voicing concern over losing their reservation benefits. The BJP, traditionally strong among OBCs, has been proactive in addressing OBC concerns, adding 7 smaller OBC subcastes to the central list, raising the income cap for the OBC reservation and expanding its outreach beyond dominant groups to include smaller communities across Maharashtra. Meanwhile, the Dalit vote is also pivotal. Ambedkarite Dalits, particularly the Mahar community, has historically supported Congress and the MVA, drawn by their focus on social justice. But the BJP is targeting non-Ambedkarite Dalit groups like the Matangs, proposing quotas within quotas following a recent Supreme Court decision to sway these marginalized communities. Balancing these caste dynamics is crucial. Both alliances have tailored their outreach to avoid alienating OBC or Maratha bases, while aiming to consolidate Dalit support. For both Mahayuti and MVA, how they navigate this caste complex could decide the election outcome. Muslim voters, concentrated in about 38 seats, are also significant. The MVA has actively quoted this group, emphasizing secularism and constitutional rights issues, especially after winning a majority of Muslim-dominated constituencies in the recent Lok Sabha elections. In contrast, BJP leaders have voiced concerns about vote jihad, positioning their campaign as a unifying force for Hindu voters. BJP is also pushing its message of Hindu unity with slogans like Ek hai to safe hai and Yogi Adityanath's Batenge to Katenge, appealing to Hindu voters against what they call the divide and rule politics of the MVA. These caste and religious dynamics add complexity to the election, as both alliances seek to balance appeals across diverse communities. As election day approaches, both alliances have unveiled ambitious welfare promises aimed at women, farmers, and youth, triggering a freebies race. The Mahayuti alliance has made the Majhi Ladki Bahin Yojana the campaign's highlight. This scheme provides 1,500 monthly to women aged 21 to 65, with BJP pledging to increase this to 2,100 if they win. In response, the MVA has countered with the Mahalakshmi Guarantee, which offers 3,000 per month and free public bus transport for women, costing about 90,000 crore annually. For farmers, the MVA promises targeted loan waivers and a cash incentive for regular payments. At the same time, Mahayuti has pledged a boost to the MSP and increased agricultural support. Populist measures have shown mixed results in other states, with successes in places like Madhya Pradesh contrasting with losses in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Mahayuti and MVA are both aware of these risks. Still, they are betting that their program will appeal to Maharashtra's diverse electorate. These factors combined make this one of the most consequential elections in Maharashtra's recent history. That's it for this episode of 5 Things. We hope you found these insights helpful in understanding the major forces shaping Maharashtra's election. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more in-depth looks at crucial stories across politics, the economy, and beyond.